2014 last time they met here. We're going back into it. Vitality, they have to be out for revenge unless they want this one to be a very quick wrap-up. We can see that they at least get to choose the side they start on. They will be picking that CT side. This is because it's the map pick of North, and that could be what they need to try and find their footing once again. Of course, they managed 11 rounds on their CT side last time they played on this map just a few days ago. But only time will tell if history repeats itself. Early on, lots of decoys towards outside, but no smokes throwing, so they're just going to go peeking and dry, and that's something that Cadian certainly will regret, although, they're inside of A. They're already flooding into the bomb site, and Kierby able to open things up. The bomb goes down, and while the man advantage is up in favor of Vitality, now they have a bomb site to retake.
Yeah, no kit to play with here on Vitality either, so while they may have the man advantage, pressure really is on Apex. Trying to win his duel, it's RPK to steal the kill away from main. Valda getting dropped and things are falling apart here for North. The time is good and they can get right on that bomb. The kit picked up from the body of MBK, who did die within the A bomb site, so it's not a problem for the CT side. Pistol round taken, and that's a strong start as well. You know, as said, we did see this 11-4 half, and Vitality at least starting things off in the same way they did, but if we think back to last time this happened, they got reset straight away by the force buy of North, so maybe a chance for that to happen again, we'll find out, but North with the bomb down, they may even just consider the hard eco, get that third round buy nice and early. For now, Vitality, lots of AUGs still in the picture, and a couple of rifles as well.
Oh, bomb tries to get down vents. Issue is there's no smokes, no flashes. They just try and run it out there, and that's largely, you imagine, due to the fact that North realized Vitality had no one inside of the A bomb site in the round prior. This time, Vitality obviously do have players here, so that does not work out. Nice shot from Val there to somehow find one into Apex. RPK is here. The eco frag king gonna go ahead and add 3 onto his tally. Just Gade remains, but any little chip damage he can find to the Vitality economy is going to be very, very valuable in delaying the rate at which they bring the AWP out over here on the CT side, which, if you recall, was the real kind of shining star for Vitality the last time they met North on this map.
Yeah, it was ZywOo topping the charts with 13 AWP kills over on Nuke when they played, and above that of which the AWP play for Cadian, so definitely a sign of things to come potentially for Vitality, and I think the pressure really is on North to 2-0 this series. I think if we go to Inferno as a third map, that's going to be a little bit dangerous. We saw their game versus NCS today, and while that was obviously a very different team, they got absolutely stomped, so North definitely want to get this done in 2. However, the spray down from ZywOo, 3 kills in the yard, the bombs drop, there's no smokes on the cross. North try and throw in a fast execute, but, well, they get executed. And Vitality, absolute slaughter in the yard. No kills coming through for the T side, and it's ZywOo with 4 kills. Now, Valde may have dropped 40 back on the previous map, but ZywOo's here to play as well.
Yeah, I think it's important that we see him find his footing. ZywOo in need of a bit of a confidence boost, you feel like, after Mirage. Definitely not having the star-studded performances that we've seen from him throughout the minor thus far. And that was really their downfall the last time they met North in a series, right? Of course, Nuke, he managed that 22-6 half. It looked fantastic. Everyone was expecting Vitality to take that. And then he had a massive slowdown into their T side. So we really can't afford to see him get off to a slow start once again, especially not with Valda in this form. Cade actually able to get down through the vents, and he's got the bomb on his back, so a bomb plant can be found here at a very bare minimum. And this is already a good result for the Danes.
Yeah, they put a bit of money into this, but by and large, this is going to turn around the money that they have invested. They won't be able to surely turn the round on their head. Gates found a long-range kill to MBK, but where do you even pick for an afterplant here? You're so low. Valdi's trying to cut off this ramp rotate, and Alex is going for the reload and the drop, and they can pincer him here. He does find that kill to Gade, but he doesn't know that Valdi's in the backlines. The delayed play on Hut. Unfortunately, the bomb's not planted for him, and ZywOo's got the kit, so this will just be the stick and the win for Vitality. But a good half buy nonetheless for North. They get 3 kills and a bomb plant with minimal investment. Does allow for everything to come out here in terms of having that AWP and the utility, but it's the same story for Vitality. 4-0 start. Good CT beginning here, but let's see how North react once we get into the rifle rounds.
An interesting point to note is MBK, currently the man with the AUG purchased up, and ZywOo, he just got thrown an AUG. Clearly he's developed a bit of a love for that weapon after yesterday. You can't say you can blame him. He's trying to relive some of those performances from their game versus Valiant. AZ, he's already all the way down inside of the speed bomb site within the opening 20 seconds of this round. Down through the vents like a speed demon. Apex in response, trying to pressure Hut, and him and RPK, they've been able to shut down two. AZ now falling inside of B. That was the one, diamond in the rough for North in this round. Now it falls to Kjaerbye and Cadian. They have been able to dispatch of ZywOo at the very least, but they still have so much more work to do. Apex might offer himself up, and indeed he will. 2-on-3 secured, and Vitality, you can't imagine they're going to go challenging anymore. They've let this man advantage they had get whittled down. Alex over here towards his B-bomb site is alone, so if he falls, there's no trade potential. RPK and MBK, they've cleared out this portion of the map, so they have a very good mental picture as to where North can be. And it will be in B. As Kjaerbye now looks to wrap around, join up with Cadian. The bomb plant here is going to be the tricky prospect, with Alex still an unknown factor at this B-bomb site.
Not aware of the possibility though, but 20 seconds left. Time is the biggest issue. 2 smokes to try and get this bomb plant covered and in. So Alex, the question is, does he play for the retake or does he try and surprise and stop them? It's 10 seconds, so he definitely should try and deny this bomb plant. MBK's already coming on the flank, and that's the drop, that's the round. Alex, well-timed push through the door, and Vitality will deal with the threat at hand. North going down 0-5 in the opening stages of this game. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Harry. Now, while this is the CT side of Nuke, and you can see those heavy stomps from time to time, we did have an 8-1 lead to Vitality back on Mirage, only for things to, well, go very sour.
And not only that, they managed 11 rounds on their CT side last time, right? It looked incredibly dominant. No one from North was really impressing us all too much when we saw them on it last time around. And it seems to be a similar start here for the Danes once again. Not exploding onto our screens, instead a chance for the buy in this round, and maybe a chance to finally find success. This one does come down to the wire, considering this was a 2-on-5 at one point in time. It was definitely the underlying sense that North weren't entirely out of that round. Cadian going to have the AWP, and that now gives him the option to go toe-to-toe with ZywOo. He will be taking it towards the outside portion of the map, so we might get to see this AWP duel. The question becomes, who wins it out? Cadian. He saw him. ZywOo just going to disappear.
And the flash is starting to come in as well. He doesn't want to get caught out, knowing that North will have the option for this AWP. Cadian, nice boost, but he gets spotted. Doesn't want to give away the early pick, so will retreat from the yard. Still leaving Gade into position here, and Kjaerbye's coming in on top of the hut, on top of the main roof as well. So this allows for that wrap towards CT that we see Kjaerbye do quite a lot. Alternatively, he can come in through main later on an A execute, but right now Cadian's looking for a pick elsewhere, back towards ramp with this orb. Vitality playing extremely passive, not giving away any of these early advantages, but as I say that, MBK moves into a different position, and Cadian may get met with this fight. The flashbang's there from MBK, and Cadian can't hit the shot, so North failing to get this opening kill, but they do have a lot of map control. B site almost been taken, Alex being the only lone player down here for Vitality. And also take a look at this lobby crunch about to come through. They actually back off towards ramp, so trying to split this B site. 35 seconds. We saw time be an issue for North in the previous, but finally there's that opening kill from Cadian. He does get rid of the man on ramp. Alex getting dropped by Gade, and North, while Cadian gets tagged jumping through that smoke, they are in ramp. They can try and get this bomb down B, but Apex is on the quick flank. 2 kills from him. It's shutting it down with no time remaining. North have to change their plan and run back towards the A site, but it is open from Vitality.
Oh, and Gade will get fed to RPK. He believes this bomb's going down over at B, and that is not the case. RPK, he now realizes the error of his ways. The penny drops, and time wasted. RPK going to be under that much more pressure to find something here. As he picks up the AWP, you imagine this save call might be coming through. Indeed it is. He's just going to have to back off. North will be picking up their first round on the T side. Kierby's up in the heavens, so we could even look to deny the AWP being saved. Won't be the biggest issue for Vitality. They can still have one into the next round. And North, you mentioned it, finally, they go ahead and take him out advantage. That was the first round thus far in this map that we see North win their opening duel, take him out advantage, and they immediately find success. So, could this look to be the turnaround?
Yeah, you can see, I mean, how keen Cadian was to try and get that AWP pick outside. Didn't want to challenge ZywOo, wraps back towards ramp, and considering they forced ZywOo back into CT, they knew that they could have taken the deep B control. As a result, went for that ramp split, so good information play from North. ZywOo quick cross outside, the smoke cuts off any tease, because if North charge outside, they get there before ZywOo can cross, so utility was important to get him into this position, but now him being there so early is very beneficial. Hazy getting protected on that red box. It's impossible to wallbang that. Even with an AWP, you're going to do 10, 15 damage through it, so he's fine. Strong position to play back in that squeaky door as now North look back towards the yard. We have a double setup here with ZywOo as well as a third man down as in the secret stairs. Gade's going to get the opening kill, but this is when Alex goes aggressive and gets the trade. Second from Kierby. And there's the peak from ZywOo. It's the triple setup in yard. Great work from Vitality to put this into a 3-on-3, but that does open up a lot of the map for North here. So while they may be down a couple of players, they have a very good chance they can split towards this A site. RPK's on top of the hut, and he does have ZywOo close by this event, getting that first kill as the push comes through. And just like that, North are getting absolutely torn apart. Cadian with 8 HP remaining. And I mean, what do you even do here? You're already being pushed from ramp, so little does he know at his time on this earth is very, very limited. Yes.
One thing I am really liking from Vitality is something, you know, MBK touched upon was the fact that he wants Alex to be playing with ZywOo and Apex, allowing those two to, you know, he's kind of there to set them up, play off of one another, and you know, they're staying very, very true to that. Once again, that triple man set up towards outside, those were the 3 players it consisted of, and that's brilliant because, you know, it allows them to build up that synergy together, it allows them to get comfortable playing with and off one another. So the dedication to that is something I am a big fan of. We haven't really seen a switch up in that regard. So over on this T side now for North, there's no money left. It's back to the drawing board and a chance of Vitality to move into a 7-1 lead. Off to a more dominant start than the last time we saw these two teams play on this map.
It's nice to see Vitality throw something out that they didn't show in that previous map on Nuke when they played last into such a crucial round where they can reset the economy, right? They have this, you know, polar opposite round going from a very passive CT position from ZywOo in the spawn to playing a triple yard setup. So every kill North gets, it just entices them to continue pushing into what was a stack from Vitality and, well, breaking the money of North, forcing them into a force buy. There is nothing behind this, a single Galil and 4 pistols. Vitality in a very good position here early on in the map, as they were on Mirage.
And it looks like it will just be culminating into a fast A play. You can see Katie and one of the men with utility is lining that up for the rest of the crew. They're waiting for these smokes down at Squeaky to fade. When it does, you can bet the flash, the smoke gonna rain in. Smoke for Mini as well. Apex peeking out from behind the vents is good for one, and RPK has this crossfire set up with him. A very strong one at that. They do lose Apex, so now it's RPK's time to shine, but he's already had the relief forces come on in. It's Alex and ZywOo joining the fray. Vitality gonna move up 7-1. Now North, no money, just have to go to take one on the chin. This should be the 8-1 lead for Vitality, almost guaranteed. And this is where the pick of Nuke becomes an interesting thing to me, right? Because for Vitality, they have a very clear, you know, they came very, very close to winning it the last time around anyway, and they had a lot to go back and look at about this North T side and CT side and how they're going to be playing that.
And to add on to that, one notice from there is North threw a Molotov on top of the hut. That was a position that they were getting absolutely owned from. Back when they played last time, there was Apex and RPK, you know, either of them sitting on top of the hut and constantly catching out these fast A pushes. So actually seeing the Molotov finally go down, which they didn't do for some reason last time they played, as a bit of a reaction. There was a death from full damage there, falling off of main. Didn't catch who it was, but not the the end of the world. Cadian waiting for a knife kill. Why not? It will be checked though, and Alex finds the frag. So flawless round from Vitality, 8-1. This is a great start again, but if we remember back to that previous map, this was the scoreline we saw before that comeback from North eventually came through.
Difference is this time around, I mean, there's just no one showing up for North just yet. AZ's sitting bottom of the board, -1 kill to his name. Valder, the hero from the previous map, you know, 40 frags throughout the entire series in regulation. And in this one, he's scraping by on 3 right now. It's been Cadian, really the man opening things up. ZywOo. Wards outside, back-to-back, brothers in arms, as him as Alex able to go ahead and decimate AZ and Kierby on this outside play. The rest of the North boys have been able to get through Secret. But this B-bomb site not going to get handed over for free. They leave Gate outside to hold for this wrap round, anticipating that Vitality might try and send someone on this flank. Issue is, as they wait, Vitality aren't going to be keen to send Alex wrapping round. And what we'll see instead is that this has allowed Vitality lots of time to rotate players into this B-bomb site. The Vents play still an option for North here, and that is the advantage of having Gade in this position, is he can look to try and secure the A-bomb site, but that's why Alex is here, to keep an eye on exactly that. He'll spot out Gade, this shot, and that is pivotal. This could be the turning point of this round. Cadian going to get caught trying to get out through the window. Gade still in the backline, still wreaking havoc and in a position to do damage, but RPK up the ladder. What can you even do against that if you're Gade? It's Valder, a 1v3. We need to see him turn back the clock, but no, time is not his biggest issue. It's the bullet in the face from RPK, a 9-1 lead. Vitality, they've hit the ground running here, as they just look unstoppable.
That kill from Apex down on B gave so much information the way of Vitality. He spotted Cadian facing towards the ramp from that window, trying to rotate potentially back up to the A site here. And as a result, they're ready for that main split. So RPK dives up and finds both kills. Vitality, just by the back turned of Cadian, gets so much info. 9-1 here on the CT side, looking unstoppable right now. Pistols in play for North once again, but they've had no success no matter what they pull in. Faster play outside once again. There's a massive gap in that smoke though, and ZywOo picks apart Gade. That bomb getting dropped will be retrieved, luckily enough. ZywOo was double scoped in. Now Cadian even gets a kill to Apex. That somewhat opens up the possibility of committing towards his B site. The Molotov, MBK forced in the corner. He can't retreat, but somehow getting round. 21 HP. Valdi's on the hunt, but Cadian's already out into the B site to finish off that frag. So now it's down to just 2. And Alex finds a double out of nowhere, dropping the bomb in the window. Maybe able to even catch this long flank, and he does. AZ, who was spotted outside earlier in the round, is finished off, and it's left to Cadian.
Oh, he has managed to deal with the point man, the man in the back, as the hunter becomes the hunted, and now Cadian, 1 HP and a dream versus ZywOo. He's faked him out, but 1 shot is all that's required to land. Vitality 10-1 up. Right now, North feeling like they're running into a wall a little bit here. Nothing is working, and that's been a real issue, right? You can't really look at this and say that they've had much success anywhere. The one round they were able to get was on the back of Cadian, finding that early pick towards outside with the AWP.
And even though they have a heavy man advantage and control down towards B, it's that flank from Alex that changes everything. 2 kills from behind with the SMG. Again, shutting down a situation where North maybe could have gotten something done. AZ's going to fast play that fence. He has gotten down towards B, but Vitality should be aware. This has been a problem time and time again, but they've been good at dealing with it. No one's down this site just yet, and you can see Alex is trying to get into those vents, so this double back from AZ is well timed. He does catch that rotation down. The same thing that caught them out in the previous round has now been dealt with. Molotov to try and deny this split outside. The nade behind it is great. That would soften up the targets and slow them down, meaning the molly does even more damage while they run through it. Kierby and Gade getting heavily tagged. And MBK has rotated down towards this lower site as well. We need him to have a hero play. Currently sitting bottom of the board for his team. Apex has been dropped as well, so this off angle from MBK might catch a couple, but only a singular one. Already down in a 2-on-4 our Vitality. And unless ZywOo can get a couple of kills here and relieve some pressure, this round may be over, but that is the bomb, and that may have just been made a possibility.
Oh, now there's a real chance, most definitely. Especially because there's the one Molotov on Cadian, but there's no smoke here. You can't really nullify Zywoo. You can try and do it with the Molotov, but he still has a whole angle open to him. At least they will know. You know, they can remove one of these positions in which Vitality can peek from, and Cadian on this wrap. Zywoo, the timing is perfect. His spidey sense is tingling. And Zywoo, unstoppable, a force of nature. It's Cadian a 1v2. And once more, North, it's looking good for them, but Vitality strip it away from them. An 11-1 lead, and they're getting hyped up now.
Yeah.
Over in the French cap. I mean, they're having a real mare on the side of North. This is another round in which they found a man advantage. Crucial point to note is we've only seen in 3 rounds in this first half North pick up that man advantage. They were able to convert one of them. The other 2 have been like that, where they've come down to the wire. We've seen North get a bomb site. Things are looking good. And then it's been a massive individual performance. It was Alex in the round prior. That time it's Zywoo. Already good utility damage going to be tagging down North, but a fast play does catch RPK off guard. Apex won't fall prey to it though, as he sprays down absolutely everybody. It is just Cadian remaining. A 1v4 required. He was also the man throwing in utility, so he's a lot later. He's arriving a lot late to the party. Armed with only this CZ, the bomb down, Vitality, they've rotated everyone into this A bomb site. 8 pairs of eyes prying down onto the bomb. Cadian, you imagine? There's no hope for him here.
They've seen him as well. Spot from Zywoo. He may have baited the peak, but now it's just given all the info to Vitality, and with the bomb still under their control, Cadian, it's just a matter of time, really. Feel Vitality, no need to push, everything under your control. Still yard, not being contested, but Alex is on top of the hut watching for a potential main wrap that is yet to come through. Cadian now going to give it a go. Zywoo ready for this final kill, and he'll hit it as well. No doubt for a second. He's on 16. Apex, with a phenomenal round as well. 15 on him. The stars really are shining right now for Vitality in a big way on this second map. And remember, this is the map pick of North. This is a 12-1 scoreline to Vitality. Looking to bring us all the way to Inferno. And not wanting to give up with the potential of getting a major challenger spot too early. Full AK is now out for North. No AWP to fight back against Zywoo, who is having that field day. And again, a potential fast yard play from North. They've got a lot of players outside early on. Smoke going to deny a lot of vision. Zywoo already deciding to back off with Alex, watching this cross again. We do have these smokes landing for Vitality, but delayed with a Molotov. Sorry, smokes landing for North, rather. You can see North is scared of the potential of this AWP being down in the secret as well. We've seen with Zywoo there in the past, so a Molotov to hold him back allows him to push in a little bit deeper. Cadian does get control down towards these lower tunnels, but Alex is already here as well. The question is, they may have this control from Cadian down towards B, but what do they do with it? Potential ramp split can come through and try and take down MBK, the one player who is having a bit of a slower performance here for Vitality. Not that it matters at this kind of scoreline, but you can see he's not even trying to take the fight. He's just playing for information. He's watching that pixel on his right, and the second he spots a player, he can back off and go play that B site with Alex.
Zywoo opening things up once more. Man advantage taken for Vitality early on. They've been so successful in these opening fights. North always having to try and scramble back into these rounds at a man disadvantage. Thankfully, there is AZ able to find an equalizer. The rest of North gonna drop down through the vents. Whatever AZ does, Valda now joining him, and yeah, that will be the bomb. There's 14 seconds though. They have to pick up the pace, and Gade gets shot in the face. Valda, this round's all over the place. Vitality 13-1. They collapse on into North.
Hook, line, and sinker there. North are getting the idea that maybe they have more map control than they do, and Vitality setting a trap sprung with 3 players on that lower site. And North running right into it. It just feels like nothing is winnable right now for this T side. Vitality coming up trump. And yeah, okay, they had that 11-4 half that they eventually lost over in the 16-14 when they played last time. But Harry, if they go 14-1, surely that is unlosable for Vitality. This is not old Nuke.
No, it's not. And it's not old news. Vitality looking good. We have seen bigger leads escape them, but you're bang on. And that's that a lead this dominant is one you really are going to have to try to throw away. Alex dealing with this attempted ramp play, able to find the first. MBK does get caught in the middle of the bomb site, and there's only Apex here to trade. He's immediately propped down, as well as Gade. Secures the man advantage. Now the post plant given a little bit of time to be constructed for North. RPK down the vents and the other two at ramp. We have to see a massive individual performance really to get them back into it. As Alex picks up the entry, maybe that's what it takes. Missed shot from Zywoo. Cadian feeling the pressure, feeling the heat. And Zywoo quick on his feet and now thrust in the 1v2. Valda immediately taking that fight. He hears that he's just throwing in the Molotov, and that will be a second round for North at the end of this first half. It's still crazy dominant. Vitality, a huge lead. Will this one elude them? Find out after the break.
Round lead on the first half is Vitality, sitting in a very, very dominant fashion, ready to close out this game, but we do know that they can give up these kinds of leads on this exact half of this exact map. Vitality, though, not keen to do it, are going to be going for the fast A play to start off this half. The main smoke is missed, but it may not matter because the kills are coming through on the site. Gade with 2, AZ same story. And wow, talk about a quick pistol, Harry.
Yeah, this one's already looking pretty much over. Indeed it is. North going to be finding that. So that's the start they needed. They denied Vitality the pistol round. You know, that was really the big worry for me. If North were going to get back into this, the pistol rounds could somewhat feel like a bit of a wild card anyway, right? A bit 50-50 as to who takes them. So North being able to cement that is absolutely massive. And one thing you and I were just kind of speaking about during the break was the fact that, if you recall the other day, North did field a very, very weak T-side on their nuke. The fact that they were actually able to scrape by with any rounds was due to upsetting after losing the pistol. They won in that force buy, and then they broke the economy of Vitality. That allowed them to chain together a small lead, well, not a small lead, but a couple of rounds over on their T-side, a bit of a buffer. And then it was that massive CT side streak that we saw that pulled them through. This time they're tested even further. They didn't manage to get really anything in that T half. So the CT side has to be better than ever. And you bet that Vitality went back. They would have watched that demo. One of the big problems, of course, was Gade up on top of the hut. I imagine he's not going to get away with that in the same fashion that he did the last time they played. You really do feel like he was one of the big reasons for the success, and he was just given free reign on the hut. They never once Molotov'd it, so you can bet they're not keen to let him have that luxury once more. This is just a chance now for North to keep this clean, try and build up some cash. Gade is holding the hut. Won't get anything with that auto shotgun just yet, as instead Vitality going to try and take ramp room where Valde and Cadian reside. This is just a slaughterhouse. They get put through the meat grinder. The Frenchmen get minced. The North, a 4th round. All 5 players surviving.
Here we go. This is how it starts, Harry. Let's see if we can have the same story. Vitality do have the money for the buy, although hesitant to go for it. Maybe working out how they want to disperse the utility in terms of what they're going for here. They have enough smokes to go for that full yard cross, and we saw a lot from that from Vitality. North on the other side of things, still holding on to this shotgun on Gade, playing close towards the A site, very Oscar-esque. Up in the hut, but does not want to walk forward. There's a lot of Frenchmen on the other side holding down the lobby tight, so Vitality waiting for early aggression from North. But you know, when North have this in the back of their head, that they can definitely win this game. They can definitely pull this comeback. There's no way they're going to be rushing into things. The onus is on Vitality to make the first move here. Although I say that, Gade is looking very, very eager indeed. This bomb in the yard right now for Vitality as well, sitting on the back of ZywOo, yet to commit here. He doesn't want to be too overzealous considering he has that package. And now we're going to start to see those flashes go through the smokes as well to allow these guys to cross. But no smoke down and a wide peek from Kiebi, getting punished, down to 24 HP. Vitality already chipping away. This bomb will start to cross down. It's actually just Alex for the time being. ZywOo being a little bit hesitant, wanting to try and finish off this kill. RPK still hiding on the main roof as well, so Kiebi, he has to be very cautious. Little does he know there are so many players in the yard right now. Vitality making very minimal noise, but now with those smokes coming through, main's cut off, Kiebi's really under pressure, and they are putting a lot of faith in trying to take him down. RPK has finally done exactly that, and with 25 seconds, Vitality, they may have a pick, but they have really no map control other than these lower tunnels. Cadian can try and hold on to B, and he will drop Alex. 15 seconds. This bomb needs to find the trade, and ZywOo certainly does, but there's still no plant in sight.
Oh, ZywOo, that is huge. If he falls there, the bomb gets dropped, and this whole round could have flown out the window, but now it's Gade. It was a 1v4, turned into a 1v3, but I don't think he's going to go for this. He's already backing off. Apex looking like he wants to go hunting, and
see ya.
Woo, that was a little bit smooth from Gade.
I do like how Vitality just puts so much pressure on Kiebi there, right? They get the early damage, they know he's tagged up, and they know his current position. He can't retreat with RPK on top of that roof of main, so Vitality use so much utility. The Molotov to cut off the credit card peak, the flashes over the top. I mean, Kiebi is basically screwed there, so Vitality get an early pick, and although it nearly comes back to haunt them with the time being low, ZywOo comes in clutch with a double, so 14-4. Maybe the comeback dream isn't quite a reality here for North, as their money is gone. Or at least going.
Yeah, they've got this buy here. But exactly as you've highlighted, there's no money left for them. And this is, you know, one of the things is that if you're Vitality and you look back at the VOD from when you met North on this map just days ago, or just yesterday. Oh no, sorry, 2 days ago now. It's been a long time.
We had a lot of Counter-Strike.
We have. We've seen so much Counter-Strike. But if you go back and you look at that, there's a lot you could have learnt from, right? Whereas North, their CT side default was working. So it's very much going to be Vitality adapting their style, changing up how they play this map to try and counteract North's CT side. So for North, that kind of means you're not exactly sure what you're up against here. In this round, Cadian does have the AWP, but it's Glass Cannon. You've already got Valde over in secret. Cadian has the AWP here at ramp, and Vitality not showing their head early on. Instead, waiting to see if any aggression comes out from the Danes, which indeed it has not. Now turning their attention towards outside, looking to try and take control of this portion of the map. Valde abusing the small gap in that smoke, and that's netted North an early man advantage and also slowed down this outside take. The smoke's still here, and he's going to spray down a second. Alex, a bullet magnet, soaks up those shots, and that leaves ZywOo and Apex standing. Now just Apex, a 1v5 required, and what a turnaround from North this has been in this round.
Yeah, you could see Vitality. That was the last position they were expecting. They threw a deep Molotov down the stairs and a smoke in front of the secret entrance. So really, you should not be dying from there. But Valde, great work to actually abuse that smoke and get this early pick, and then obviously the follow-up onto Alex as well. So North almost looked like this game could have slipped away before they even began their chance of the comeback, but they kept it alive. 14-5, another buy round here for this CT side as Vitality have to go for the hard eco. Be a couple of these here as we have a scout on Apex and Deagles across the board just to go for that fast yard play. It's ZywOo looking for the early kill, but he can get double peeked. There's another man in main, in fact two, as Cadian opens up from the back of CT, already won. Kiebi following up. There's a bit of damage from that scout, but not a huge amount. Cadian's still sitting on 67. Does make him susceptible to that one shot. Kiebi as well, fully blinded, and RPK going to be able to catch him just as that flash fades. Apex still looking to finish off this AWP down in the spawn. Now this is not a round that should be getting close, so North need to get a grasp back on it soon.
I most certainly do, especially now that they've given up outside. You have to have your head on a swivel. You have to keep your eye on so many different angles. You can see this North defense is somewhat spread thin. Luckily enough for them, all portions of this map are covered. They do have prying eyes looking wherever Vitality might look to arrive. Missed shot from Cadian. As he drops down in towards B, this is where you're going to be looking towards Valde here to try and help him out, but Apex beheads Valde, guillotines him. Cadian is able to trade that one kill, but RPK with the response, and now this bomb, still a long way away, can look to try and get into this B bomb site. The issue is AZ wise to it, is going to go ahead and take one to the dome. Will they anticipate Gade also playing over here on the other side of the door? MVK trying to get that bomb down. It does get denied, and he runs for the hills. RPK, the man on the clock, and Gade's just playing with his food. Taps it. He has to find the kill, and RPK is going to do it. Map point for Vitality, 15-5 as they keep the dream alive. Looking to try and take us through to map number 3. Vitality, they've learnt their lesson from yesterday. They've found the error of their ways, and their Nuke performance looking much better as a result.
That's such a ballsy call to make for RPK with no time left. I mean, he could have potentially stuck that plant, but just took the gamble that his enemy would peek. And yeah, fair enough, it is an eco, but Vitality picking that up with pistols, unbelievable work. And you can see the smiles on their faces as well. They know that they might have just shut down any possibility that North had to pull this comeback once again. Deja vu is not going to be happening.
No, and you know, one of the big deciding factors that is the fact that finally Vitality are able to take advantage of a weak economy on North. The last time, obviously, North chained together 11 rounds on their CT side, so money was never an issue. Vitality, they were the ones kind of having, you know, a bit more cash-strapped buys here and there, and whenever they did win rounds, they would get reset. This time around, it's, you know, the script has been flipped on North, and they find themselves with a very weak buy heading into what could be their last round here on Nuke.
And we even had that AWP for ZywOo. He's having a stellar performance as well, 21-7 over on that T side. That is a real KD ratio. No one else has anywhere near as little deaths as him, aside from RPK.
Well, Hugo, I've just been told that we do have a slight issue going on that is going to be tech related. We're working overtime to get that fixed. In the meantime, we're just going to throw this one over to a quick break, let the suspense build on up, then we'll be back with what could be the last round here on Nuke, so stick around. Well, technical problems getting dealt with swiftly, and Vitality sat 15-5 up. We've let you all just stew in that scoreline for a little bit, really built the suspense as we head on in to round 26 here on Nuke. For those of you who are just tuning in, maybe you've missed that first map, and what a performance you did miss. It was North taking it, fantastic stuff. Valve there dropping 40 kills. Really was a game for the ages. Here on Nuke, it's been a different story. Vitality, in spite of losing to North on this map the last time around, they fought back, and now they sit on map point, just one round away from taking us through to Inferno, that third deciding map. And obviously, before we cut away, we did see North. They lost it down in that 1v1. They get themselves reset, so now they've cobbled together a very weak buy here to try and deny the victory to Vitality.
Let's see if Vitality can shut it down before this begins for North. Apex, he's already in the yard. Got Kiebi playing back towards the garage, and he's actually got Gabe making contact as well. Turned back, so Kiebi sprays, and he'll be able to get that opening kill. So Apex already picked up, and Vitality, luckily, they're not going for this A burst after all. They're just going to creep their way through ramp where Valdi sits. This is not an easy fight for ZywOo, considering the off angle being taken. But he's somewhat aware of the possibility here. RPK going to be the first man in. Actually, no, ZywOo will be trying to take this fight, and with the utility going over, there's the opener. ZywOo's taking down Valdi. It's the refrag into a 4-on-4. Now Vitality do have somewhat of control down towards this B bomb site, but Cadian, he's pre-rotated into the stairs. CZ is the only gun he has right now, but RPK going to be going diving through the window, opening up once again. B is falling apart here for North, and we need a hero to step up. AZ does find one, but this bomb plant getting tapped to try and force the peak. ZywOo is picking up everyone, and 4 kills to close out the map. 16-5 there for Vitality. Did not even look difficult in their second half. No comeback for North, and now with Inferno on the horizon, how every good best-of-3 series ends, we're going to be able to see who will be that team qualifying for the new challenger stage at the major. That will be in just a minute. Thank you for sticking with us, and we'll be back in just a sec.